He thought he was boarding a plane for a romantic getaway with his girlfriend, but he didn't realize I had packed a 10-page divorce manifesto inside the lining of his suitcase. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a story that is absolute chaos, so get comfortable because we are diving deep into a masterclass on how to handle betrayal. I am 37 years old and I recently discovered my husband, who is 38, has been living a double life. He was using business travel as a cover story to sleep with a coworker who lives on the other side of the country. And the way I found out? It wasn't a private investigator. It was a digital slip-up. He sent me a screenshot of an Amazon order for our kids, but he forgot to crop the bottom. There it was. A delivery scheduled for another woman. That little mistake sent me down a rabbit hole. I checked his email and search history. It was all there. His trip in November wasn't for work. It was a romantic escape. And the trip he is currently on? It is a luxury spa retreat. Couples massages, cooking classes, and custom bathrobes. He even mailed her a box of Christmas gifts, including lingerie and cash via Venmo. He is planning to take her to Las Vegas in January. I was absolutely livid when I found this, but I didn't scream. I plotted. Here is the execution. He left this morning for his work trip. Before he walked out the door, I had already compiled 4 weeks of hard evidence. Emails, credit card receipts, hotel confirmations. I wrote him a massive letter, sealed it in an envelope, and taped it inside the lining of his luggage. My plan is simple. The moment his plane lands, I am sending a group text to him and his mistress. I will tell them to have a lovely time, inform them about the letter hidden in his bag, and demand a divorce. I also wrote a special note just for her, which I mailed to her house to ensure she sees it. He is in the air right now. The text goes out tonight. Here is the first update. His flight touched down 90 minutes ago. He promised to text me upon arrival, but I have heard nothing. I sent 2 messages, delivered but not read. I checked the phone logs and saw he texted her during his layover. There is no Uber receipt, so she obviously picked him up at the airport. I am sending the group text in 2 hours. That will hit right around their hotel check-in time. Update number 2. I sent photos of our children to him. No response. He is in the desert, so my texts are turning green, which is messing up my group text strategy. I need to know if they got it. Should I call the hotel directly? I worked too hard on this trap for it to fail now. Update 3. My best friend is here for support. It looks like he blocked me. My texts are green, but hers are going through as blue. Blocking me just confirms his guilt. We are going to call the hotel room shortly after check-in. Update 4. You guys predicted this. He doesn't care. When we finally spoke, he had no answers for my questions. That hurt the most. But I have secured financial and emotional support from my family, so I am ready for war. He refused to answer anything because his mistress was sitting right next to him. I suspect his tune will change when he is home alone with me. Update 5. I called the room and spoke to the mistress. I lost my temper. He called me back minutes later with zero empathy. He agreed to the divorce without a fight. I expected sadness, but got nothing. I started packing his belongings into the garage. Good riddance. The morning after. I woke up feeling broken. My house is a disaster zone because I went on a rampage yesterday, ripping photos off the walls. Now that I have slept, I have some clarity. The man on the phone yesterday was a stranger. Everything was a lie. He only cared about getting custody of the kids, which is fine, but he refused to admit to his betrayal. I called my mother. That was the hardest part. Admitting I made a poor choice in a spouse felt like a failure. But I have 2 days to purge his stuff from the house. I am changing the locks. When he returns on Monday night, he isn't coming inside. Preparing for his return. My family helped me move his entire wardrobe to the garage. His collectibles are packed. I don't think he expects this level of action. He probably thinks I will want to reconcile. Not a chance. His flight lands tonight at 10 p.m. The house is in my name only. I paid for everything. He has no credit. He is about to realize how much he has lost. The dust has settled. It has been a few days. For a guy who planned a secret affair so well, he had no plan for coming home. He is living in the basement. We have mediation appointments set up. He actually had the nerve to ask about reconciliation. I laughed in his face. He tried to blame me, saying the marriage was dead for years. That was news to me. He just wanted the easy way out. He loves the attention of having 2 women fighting over him. I am bowing out. She can have him. My biggest issue is her character. What kind of woman dates a married father? When I asked her that, she went silent. I am reading Chump Lady, and it is helping immensely. Where is the fault? Everyone says cheaters cheat because they want to. My ex insists we were unhappy. I thought we were fine. Maybe I wasn't perfect, but I sacrificed everything for this family. Now he calls me neglectful? It is narcissism. He needs to be the center of someone's universe. Right now, they are in the honeymoon phase. But what happens when reality hits? When he ignores the dishes and spends the phone bill money on gadgets? Not my problem anymore. Mediation and the move. Our first Zoom mediation was civil because I just want out. He wants nothing. No furniture, no equity. He just wants to be done. I suspect he plans to move across the country to be with her. It kills me that he will raise her kids while mine grow up without a father. He is gone again. He flew out to see her for New Year's Eve. I told him to go. I didn't want him here. My only rule was that he returns for my birthday weekend so I can have a break. He texted me from the plane saying he won't be back in time. He claimed flights were too expensive. I checked online. Flights were cheap. He is lying. He just doesn't want to be a parent. New Year's Eve nightmare. He didn't call the kids at midnight. He made me a liar. His excuse? He didn't want to bother them. He meant he didn't want the kids bothering him while he was partying with his new girlfriend. He has a nice new family now. I am done covering for him. Liar, liar. We are barely speaking. It is civil, mostly for the kids. But I overheard him on the phone in the basement telling her lies about me. He told her I was in a rage, that I was bragging about dating new men. None of it is true. He is painting me as the villain to justify his actions. I slammed the door so he knew I heard. Why lie? You already have the girl. Mediation and empty promises. He admitted in mediation that he plans to move to her state. The mediator was confused. He couldn't even say it out loud. I had to say it for him. He is moving to be with his girlfriend. We agreed on a custody schedule, but he has no plan for where he will stay when he visits. He thinks he can just wing it. Out for a swim. This community has been a lifesaver. I thought I would drown, but you all threw me a raft. To anyone suspecting their spouse is cheating, trust your gut. Cheating is a coward's move. Don't be the fixer. I spent years fixing his messes and it got me nowhere. Souvenirs. He left for Valentine's Day to visit her. He told the kids I'm going and walked out. He reneged on our agreement to not visit her until he had an apartment. He is dragging his feet on moving out because it is cheaper to live in my basement. Also, I found out his mistress just had COVID. Is he bringing a virus home to our kids? I am furious. COVID insensitivity. He returned and didn't quarantine. My family just lost a beloved member to the virus, and he barely reacted. He scheduled a test but skipped it twice. He finally got tested 2 weeks later. He is reckless and selfish. The real monster. He is finally moving out. Boxes are everywhere. I am ecstatic. I asked if he plans to bring her here. He said yes. I told him I need to meet her before she meets the kids. He panicked. He is terrified she will realize I am not the crazy monster he described. She might see that he is the problem. Like father, like son. He told me his father supports him completely. His father also abandoned him when he was 9. It seems the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I found out his father is also divorcing his mother to find himself. It is a pattern of selfish men. Moving trucks and spilled tea. The truck came. He is gone. My son asked if the truck was coming back, not his dad. That says a lot. I have put the kids in therapy. His friends' wives are reaching out to me for the gossip. I told them the truth. They are shocked. He had everyone fooled. Final fight with insight. We had one last argument. He claimed we failed because I stopped paying attention to him. I stopped paying attention because I was doing everything. I managed the house, the kids, the bills. He did nothing. He wants a partner who worships him. Good luck to her when real life sets in. Mediation meltdown. The mediator added a clause about introducing new partners. He fought it. He refused to sign. Why? Because he wants to introduce her immediately. I stood my ground. The clause stays. I am protecting my children from a revolving door of partners. Changes. I decided to give him more custody time. I know he is leaving the state eventually, so I want the boys to see him while they can. He thinks he won a battle, but I am playing the long game. He took them for an overnight and came back grumpy because it was hard work. Welcome to parenting, pal. Boundaries. He is already trying to violate boundaries. He calls the kids constantly when they are with me, but ignores them when they are with him. He lectured me about respecting time. I shut that down. You don't get to dictate my time in my house. The gymnast. He wanted 50/50 custody, but now he is asking me to take the kids more because of work trips. He wants the title of super dad without the work. I told him to stick to the schedule or we go back to court. He is realizing that custody requires actual effort. Transparency. He lied about telling his grandmother. He lied about everything. My lawyer is serving the papers. He got angry and accused me of being shady. The projection is strong with this one. The breakdown. He started crying when he dropped off the kids. They cried and wanted to come home to me. He is realizing that you can't force a bond with children you ignored for years. He rejected my offer of a 65/35 split because he wanted to win. Now he is losing. A summer situation. He wants to put the kids in camp all summer because he can't handle them while working. I am a teacher. I am off all summer. I offered to take them. He refused. He would rather pay strangers to watch them than let me have them, just to spite me. It is pathetic. Get the papers. I am officially in the court system. He went to a wedding with her and came back acting like he was the victim of burnout. He told me he is overwhelmed by managing a household. I told him, wow, that sucks, and went to the beach. D-Day. I am meeting the mistress. He is panicking. I promise to be civil. I am going to kill her with kindness. I want her to see that I am sane and reasonable. If she feels comfortable, she will encourage him to move away. That is my end game. My strange meet cute. I wore leggings and a smile. She arrived looking terrified. I shook her hand and welcomed her. She was stunned. The kids gave her cards. She looked like she wanted to disappear. I apologized for my initial angry phone call. She didn't know what to say. He was sweating bullets. It was a total victory. Feudal friends. She texted me later thanking me for being kind. I felt a pang of pity for her. She thinks she won a prize. She has no idea she is dating a man who lies as easily as he breathes. My first second. I joined a dating app. It is terrifying. I feel guilty even though I shouldn't. I have a date lined up. I am trying to remember how to flirt. Gaslighting or overreaction? He dropped the kids off and she was with him. He didn't warn me. I told him firmly that I need to know who is around my children. He acted like I was being unreasonable. I stood my ground. Publicizing paradise. He took her on the honeymoon trip we planned but never took. He posted photos. His family saw them. I was humiliated. I confronted him. He said, "We are divorced in everything but paper." He has no respect for me or our shared history. Home sweet home. I sold the house. He signed off on it months ago thinking he would get equity later. He didn't read the fine print. I am keeping all the profit. He is furious. He demanded $20,000. I told him to kick rocks. I am moving to a better school district near my parents. Layups and rebounds. My friend pointed out that the mistress never had a rebound after her divorce. My ex is her rebound. It makes sense. It is a relationship built on shaky ground. The red eye. He lied about his flight being canceled to get an extra day with her. I tracked the flights. None were canceled. He just wanted to stay longer and didn't have the guts to ask. He lies about things that are easily verifiable. Money matters. He is desperate for cash. He is threatening to sue me for the house profit. My lawyer says he has no case. He waived his rights. He is trying to bully me into giving him money. I am not budging. The affair partner's ex. I connected with the mistress's ex-husband. Plot twist. He told me she is a spender who drained their accounts. They were not divorced when she met my husband. They are two peas in a pod. We are comparing notes now. Justified exposure. The ex-husband is telling everyone about the affair. My ex is panicking because his perfect image is crumbling. Playing the long game. I considered giving him the money just to make him go away. Like in A Bronx Tale, maybe it is worth paying $20,000 to get him out of my life forever. But I hate the idea of him winning. Father of the Year. He told me he had to work and couldn't take the kids. I checked his Easy Pass. He drove to the airport at 6 a.m. He skipped his custody time to fly to her son's sports game. He chose her kid over his own. That was the final straw. I deactivated the Easy Pass. Chess game. I confronted him. He lied again. He claimed he drove to the airport, then took a train to work, then went back to the airport. It is physically impossible. He is spinning out. I realized I don't need to play his game. I just need to let him destroy himself. Bad company. I realized he surrounds himself with other narcissists. His friends are just like him. Cheaters flock together. I am done playing his games. I have the house money, the kids, and the truth. He has a mountain of lies in a relationship built on infidelity. I am moving forward. He is just repeating the cycle. Thanks for listening to my story.